What's up, y'all? Henry from the PSI Defense channel coming to you with a long-awaited video. Sorry for the delay, guys. The flower business has been popping here lately. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of funerals. We're still in the second half of wedding season, so I haven't been available to do a lot of content. But as you guys know, if you reach out to me via email here, or ask questions on the website here, or comment on my YouTube videos, then I still get back to you guys the best I can. So I appreciate all the love and the continued support. I'm still here. We're still rocking. Don't worry, I ain't going nowhere. This video is somewhat of a review video, kind of a repair video, and a PSA warning video. What I have here is a VKS custom built by DK Customs. You can tell by the Magpul grip, this little rubber band thingy, the miscellaneous Cerakoted parts, cut off VKS barrel, and lack of power and reliability for sure. That's why this customer who purchased this, he had purchased VKS and a few other launchers for me, but like a lot of people in the community that have multiple launchers, they like to have launchers from different builders, and I definitely understand, but I will warn you, this is the first time that I've gotten one of these launchers in my hand, and I'm not going to be sensationalized kind of like he did and do false numbers and all that kind of stuff, but there's some concerning stuff that I found in this thing. First of all, this does have air pressure in it, but I was able to air it up, and I shot some rounds through it, but it's currently not gassing up for some reason. So I'm going to figure that out. No click, no pop, no nothing. There we go. Alrighty, and these are essentially the tanks that DK uses. This is mine, but he uses a Tippmann tank, and he Cerakotes them. You can tell by the non-branded, really tall Regulator Belleville washer. A lot of times these are only shooting 650 to 700 some odd PSI. I've rarely tested one of these Tippmann tanks that shoot over or that output over 800 PSI. You can do some shim adjustment, flip some of those bevel washers and whatnot, but it's not precise in adjusting them like the First Strike regulators are. They're super crazy tall. I'm not a fan of them, but use at your own risk. What I will say about it, Magpul grip on here is pretty cool. Really nice sight mark, red dot on top of it. But it's got a lot of scuff and scratch marks. That's been marred up from disassembly. UTG Pro handguard, which are awesome. Thanks to Daniel Sterling for letting us know that those are out there and that they're amazing for what we need. It's a very good handguard, and he's got this barrel now. I couldn't get the barrel out at first because when I put my fingers in it, I could tell, well, it's a VKS barrel because I could feel the rifling. But something that was very disturbing when I got it out. At first, I couldn't get it out because it was stuck. And then I found out why. For some reason, DK grinded off the tabs that hold the detents on there. Hold on, I'll get you another VKS barrel to show you what I mean. All right, here we go. Stock VKS barrel. Still, guys, an amazing barrel. One of the best pre-manufactured barrels on the market, in my opinion. Rifled, very accurate, great power numbers. I always loved shooting HP 68s from my VKSs. Hopefully you guys stocked up because Grimberg is going out of production on those. But as you can see, the metal detents, and they're held on by this tab right here. See that? There's a tab that the detent actually clips onto. And for some reason, I mean, it's strong. It's not going to accidentally break. It's quite a bit of it's some. I mean, it's thin, but it's some strong aluminum right there. Out of the DK modified VKS barrel for some reason, and I can tell that it was done intentionally because it was grinded and then Cerakoted over. So if somebody out there knows, you know, see that's a VKS barrel. If somebody out there knows why DK does this, why DK do what DK do, please let me know, because I mean, I'm really astonished that anybody would, first of all, do this to a VKS barrel, to where now there's nothing for the detents to clip onto. And then secondly, sell this to somebody for nearly $2,000 and they can't even defend their house with it. Because the round balls were just rolling out the end of the breech. There was actually detents in there, as you can see. I mean, there's nothing for them to clip onto, so they were just in there, and that's why I couldn't get the barrel out, because it was like mangled up. I don't know if I still got that around here, if I pitched it, but it was like all mangled, and I absolutely could not believe what I was looking at. So yeah, you don't have to buy your VKSs from me. You know, there's a couple other guys that are doing some really good stuff. You know, I'm friends with Daniel Sterling. He does great stuff. If you don't piss him off, you can buy from him. And he's got great customer service, just like I do. There's some people that talk some trash, but there's some customers you just can't make happy. Some people expect us to go above and beyond what's even reasonable, and when we say no, then they go on Facebook and try to smear us. But plenty of people can vouch for us. We don't have to go there, but this is a deconstruction of a DK VKS, and I am really flabbergasted with this part, because this renders this VKS inoperable without detents. I mean, the rounds are just going to fall through. I don't get it. I don't even know why this would even be an option, let alone why you would sell it, because I know if you shot this thing, you can't cycle multiple rounds, especially jewels, through this thing without detents. They're just going to fall out. You're going to have jams. All kinds of crazy stuff is going to happen. So, yeah, guys. And, oh, yeah, let me just address, you know, the whole me and Sterling made PepperBall stop selling VKSs and TCPs to the public. Not true. I have a PepperBall and First Strike sales reps who I buy my launchers and parts directly from them. Grimberg had a supplier, I think it was a distributor that they went through for theirs. Several other companies and security companies and websites got their VKSs through distributors, which is PepperBall's preferred method of doing it. They don't like going directly to people so much, and they're trying to get main distributor to handle all civilians so that they can focus on their government contracts and their LEO contracts, their law enforcement stuff. But we still have VKSs available. I think TCPs, they're you know, not refusing to sell TCPs to the public. They just have their new TRP coming out, or TPR, whatever it is, you know, the new longer pistol with the slap to pierce on the bottom, and that's replacing the TCP. So that's no longer going to be produced because they have a new one, which will be coming out soon. Will be available soon. So some people are able to get their hands on it. Right now it's only law enforcement and security, but there's ways to get them. But VKSs, I still have them on my website. You can go ahead and hit me up at psi.defense.channel.com. You can order a stock one. You can order one with a Grimberg Heap Core O-ring, which I would not recommend running one for less lethal without O-ring upgrade. I can modify it up to 80 joules, and you know, we can talk tanks, we can talk hardware, furniture, all that kind of stuff. You just have to email me psi.defense.channel.com. And rest assured, I am still sending out launchers. So back to this guy right here. Okay, let me go ahead carefully so I don't scratch it up any more than it already is. Disassemble this thing. Show you guys some of the stuff that I found in here. All right, I went through the regulator. It's completely unmodified. Which, you know, I mean, you can do a shorty VKS like this. Still hit 40 to 50 joules accurate, you know, if you actually use a decent shortcut barrel and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But this VKS setup right here is about 36 joules. I don't know what he advertised to the guy, but 36 joules is the most you're getting out of it with a 6-inch sawed-off VKS barrel and no other modifications. So I know DK is going to get a little pissy about this, but I got this thing and I was like, wow, I could not believe that whole barrel thing. And then, yeah, it's kind of grungy and marred up. I don't know if you can see right in there. It's like, I don't know if he had some vice grips on it and it got really marred up. Yeah, everybody's not meant to be doing precision, you know, work like this. You know, some people are fixers and other people are not. You know, some people are handy, and you know, this is like really tore up right here. I don't know what he used to get that out, but when you do it right, you don't have to have your launchers all scarred up and everything. Yeah, here we go. Like I said, I had this apart before, and I could barely get the bolt out. This is the ASA. It was very difficult to get this bolt out of here. And I'll show you guys why. Oh, yeah, let me see something. I didn't even check to see if this wobbles because yeah, moves quite a bit. So yeah, this thing's not going to be accurate. You need some kind of grommet or the extended barrel nut from the VKS Pro to keep that from wobbling around like that. Yeah, no, people are going to say, hey, no, you shouldn't be bashing this, that, and the other. No, you shouldn't be sending out stuff like this for people and charging them an exorbitant amount of money for them to defend their homes. Anybody who's followed me and knows me is that I got into this because I needed an alternative method to protect my family and home, and I started sharing the knowledge I was acquiring, and then people started inquiring to purchase launchers for me, and then so I started the PSI Defensive Solutions. Yeah, this is not wanting to come out. Yeah, usually you can just push down on this and it'll come right out. So let me okay. Look at this, guys. I don't know what kind of O-ring this is or why. Oh my gosh, look at that broken bolt. This is the first time I've had this bolt out of here. Oh, wow. Yeah, DK Custom Kinetics right here. Yeah, he got a T9.1 that I had built that it went through 2-3 different people's hands and it was all jacked up, and then said it would shoot like a 130 some FPS, which is crazy. You know, without chronoing the gun, I mean, but you can turn guns down. You can't fake this. I don't know what is going on here. Oh my goodness. So yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. What in the world? I don't know if that was getting beat up. Oh wow. Let me see something. I've never seen this. Look how that's flattened out. I'll get another one just so you can see what it's supposed to look like. Holy smokes. Okay, no Loctite there. Bro. You see that? It looks like smooth or something. Okay, let me get another one. Actually. All right. Brand new firing pin from an FSC/VKS. See how it tapers down. It's machined. And look at the difference. What in the absolute? That got smashed all to hell. I've never seen that before. I mean, here's the side that goes into the heat core. This is the side that screws into the bolt. And that snapped off. Goodness gracious, look at that. You see that? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Here's some more DK's handiwork. All marred up. Yeah. Guys, don't give this dude no more of your money. Lord have mercy. I truly can't believe this. Ugh, it's absolutely filthy. And these feel like butyl rubber O-rings, which you shouldn't be using because they're soft. If you're not going to use the stock ones, you need to use NHBR O-ring because they withstand high temperatures, which this is a heat core. There is heat generated by the pressure. It's got really high tensile strength, and they're oil resistant. These typically break down when you use oils and different types of things. So you can't just slap any kind of O-ring on here. These are green. But I'm telling you guys, go with the stock stuff, man. Go with the stuff that PepperBall sends with it. If you can't get a hold of it, contact Peter Sterling, who are legitimate PepperBall dealers. We can get your parts, guys. There's no need to believe memes on the internet and not contact us when you need stuff and then be at the whim of shady people like this, man. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this up, go through it, I'm gonna completely ultra silk it, see what the heat core O-ring appears to be okay, but I'm taking that out, put a new one in there. Holy moly. All right, I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna put this together. I got a new SSD barrel for this, so we'll see what it's gonna be. Go from 36 joules to I'm assuming probably like 50 joules. Sterling's finest. SSD barrel. Let's see. Slightly longer. It's going to stick out of the handguard just a little bit, but length is your friend when it comes to power. Look at that. Beautiful barrel. Smooth bore, but I'm telling you, unless you guys are shooting out 200 feet, which is ridiculous to even think of needing to do that. You know, unless, you know, I mean, especially if it's shorty, you're not going to be shooting 200 feet out of a short barrel anyway. So smooth bore, you get more power. The rifling allows blow by. Yeah, it will spin you around, but it allows for blow by. And yeah, smooth bore barrels are pretty accurate out to about 150 feet, as you've seen in Sterling's videos. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this. I got a lot of work to do, man, to get this thing up to safety standards, man. Make sure this guy has a safe VKS. So yeah, he sent this to me. We worked out terms and agreements, and I'm gonna do the modifications, do my 80 joule version, but 80 joules with the stock VKS barrel. So with this, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to get him about 50 or so joules. And then it'll be completely ultra silked. All the screws will be right. All of his, I'll check out his regulator spring. Make sure that he's got a decent regulator spring in there, because that's very important. And go from there. And then hopefully I'll ship this thing out to this guy. I've been patiently waiting for it. So I'll see you out at the range. Holy crap, guys. Here is the regulator for this VKS from DK Custom Kinetics. Sear spring's a little gunky, but that's not the big thing. The big thing is this pin sticking out like that. I personally have never seen a pin from a regulator of a VKS or an FSC do that. They expressly tell you not to touch these pins because they're factory press fit, and when they're off, you can really ruin the functionality of this. DK, if you're watching this, man, grab you another hobby, bro, because this is not for you, man. I do not even know what the heck is going on with this. This is absolutely preposterous. My customer's probably got to buy a new reg. He probably should just freaking return the payment from the credit card, because you sold him a junk VKS, man. All this money, and it's just absolutely garbage, everything I'm finding on this thing. Look at this. If you guys know anything about these pins, if you mess with these pins at all, it renders your regulator useless, man, because when it's off alignment, this concert, as I call it, with the trigger group, it's not going to function properly. I don't know what to say, man. This is absolutely mind-boggling. This is certainly not a factory VKS sear spring, guys. Oh my gosh. This is a cheap Chinese knockoff. Crudely bent into place. Oh my goodness. Let me show you guys what this is supposed to look like. This is an FSC sear spring, T8.1, T9.1, regular paintball sear spring. This is the much stronger VKS sear spring. And this is the DK Customs sear spring. Now, why I want something different? Because this is a VKS I'm working on. It came with a VKS sear spring. Why he installed this cheap Chinese knockoff in here is beyond me. Maybe he took the actual PepperBall VKS sear spring out and used it for something else. But this guy got a crap launcher, man. Wow. Pulled out the old spring pad. I don't know, that's cat hair, that's baby hair, but it's gunked up with hair. That needs to slide freely. I don't know, man. I'm about to stop recording all this stuff I find because I'm finding too much stuff. But I soldier on. Alright guys, here we go. From DK Custom Kinetics Nightmare to PSI Defense Channel Glory. Yes, that is a 10-round mag, but don't ask about it. That's mine. Does not belong to the customer. As you see, the SSD barrel just sticks out just a little bit from the handguard, which looks amazing in my opinion. And I've just got a regular 13 CI tank on the back of here. Check it out. That's what it's supposed to sound like. Beautiful, glorious click. Let's see what we got here number-wise. Not really surprised that the red dot's not working, but let me do my best. Woo! 430. Ho ho ho. 472. 434. I also put an SSD power spring in here. I'm sure once that gets settled in, the numbers will be a little bit more in the middle, probably in the 250 range. But yeah, there it is. Have reputable builders build your less lethal if you plan on using them whatsoever for plinking, for target practice, and particularly for home or self-defense, because this thing was a mess. Every single screw, every single piece where a tool came in contact with, it was just marred up. Barely functional. Just too much to go into. I mean, well, it's not all in the video. I didn't want to make the video too long, but it was just absolutely a nightmare. And I'm not just trying to throw shade. This was a horrible build. Now, you see what's going on? Works flawlessly. Do I have any more rounds in here? No, I'm empty. It's got a great barrel, great tank. I don't know what kind of mags he's got on here, but definitely a solid VKS for years to come. It's definitely going to be a safe and worthy piece of home defense, less lethal equipment for the foreseeable future. Guys, don't believe everything you hear on Facebook and on YouTube, because this should have never been sold to anybody for any real less lethal home defense. It really upsets me that this is what's happening. You guys, if anybody else has a DK Custom Kinect or a launcher from anywhere else, if you chrono it, it's not getting the numbers, can't get the barrel out, you're seeing signs of damage and misuse, and you just bought it, definitely get with myself, Daniel Sterling. He can help you out too. Man, it's pretty pathetic that you can't trust people like that anymore. I guess people saw that there was money to be made and they're trying to capitalize on it. And guys, if you have DK horror stories, they share them with us all the time, privately in emails, but they don't want to say it publicly because they get ostracized and they get bullied on Facebook groups. Guys, you got to share your experience with these things. If they're junk, let people know so that the new people that come into less lethal don't fall into the same trap that you did. If you have a launcher and it's absolute garbage, do a credit card reversal. If you paid PayPal, or definitely don't pay friends and family PayPal or Cash App, because you're not protected. You don't get your money protected that way. If you use a credit card, get a credit card reversal. Get your money back, because this is absolutely ridiculous. This guy not only had to pay in excess of $2,000 to get this, but then he had to pay me to go through it, put all these new parts in here, and all this labor that I spent to make this thing actually legitimately what it should have been from the beginning. So hit me up if you have any issues with your VKS or any other launcher that you purchased from another less than reputable builder. Again, psi.defense.channel, gmail.com. Definitely you can get VKSs, FSC builds, FSC pistols. I do have some things up there. Currently, my credit card processing on my website is not fully functional. Having some issues with people wanting to accept it for less lethal purposes. carry my business as far as credit card processing. But the PayPal option does work, so you can use PayPal. If you contact me directly, I will send you a payable invoice that you can use any credit card on. Definitely safe, definitely secure. I'm not going to ask you to send me anything, friends and family. If that comes to it, then you will either split or you would cover the fees there, unless it was something that's on my end and I'll take care of it. But yeah, guys, this is a big eye opener for me. I mean, I kind of seen some of the shoddy craftsmanship in some of the videos that DK put out, but to actually get one of his launchers here and do a full teardown and a deep dive into it, I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted. So that's it for this video. I'm going to try to do some more videos for you guys. This is already going to take me a little while to cut in all the photographs and to cut the different videos in, so I got to do some editing on this. It's going to take some while. I got some big events coming up, and I'm doing some traveling here. But guys, just because they say it's the best on YouTube, man, do not believe it. So yeah, that's it for me, man. That's it for this video. Definitely make sure you take care of yourselves, each other, because there's a lot of people out there that have no interest in your well-being whatsoever. So show some respect, show some love, guys. Until next time, this is Henry from the PSI Defense Channel signing off. Peace out.